It's Week 13 of the National Football League. And we've got the Bengals, reigning league MVP. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Bengals and the Texans, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Glad you could join us, everyone. Alongside Brock Hewitt up in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And this contest isn't quite the level matchup that typical good games are born from, partner. One side clearly favored over the other.
Yeah, well, you know where this comes from? A trap game, that's where this comes from. In any sport, from the NFL to basketball to soccer, playing at home, we know this could be the great equalizer that gives the steepest underdogs a fighting chance, and you can feel it in the building today.
I was going to say, you can already hear this home crowd rallying in support of that upset. Lucky Week 13 is underway. Everyone hoping for some good fortune as we enter the home stretch. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
No one can argue that he hasn't earned his place leading an offense out to begin the game. I'm not talking about just NFL experience and accomplishments. I'm talking about the years of sweat, sacrifice, practices, games, and superstar showings at all levels before this one that brought him right here to this league, to this stage, to this opportunity. I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
This is the first carry for the rookie from Florida. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And this is going to be a short carry that just reaches the 40. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Setting up a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
So it'll be another 1st and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hauled in left side. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10 now. Short pass brought in. And they take him down right along the 30.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone covers like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Sometimes it's not about flash and sizzle, Kate. Sometimes it's about old school football. Give your fullback the ball, and he's going to go get you a couple yards.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Back now, pressure on its way. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. 2nd and 3 now. Pass play coming here. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. This one's caught. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Return starts at the 3. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got a man left, and he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They're set up at the 35 now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Complete out to the right. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 2nd and 3 now. From the 28. Looking slant route, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He'll throw it yet again. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They are throwing it again. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals start off well to tie things 7-7. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This Texans offense ready up for its second drive of the contest. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. First down, he takes the snap. Can't get it to him, incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. It's his running back. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Cut out left. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after getting this up across the 15. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. From the 16. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Slot man in motion left. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
First down, Cincinnati.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. From the 27, this will be caught by Adams. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Texans returning their offense, and this running back to the field. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. He's got it deep downfield. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. On 1st down, they'll run. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. That's 5, it looks like, on the play. So now it's going to be 3rd and 8.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Another carry for him. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st. Hand off to the back. And he's stopped after getting this down inside the 35, looks like to the 33. 2nd and 3 now. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Looking for a throw here. He has the 1st over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. A 9-yard gain helps them recover in short order. It's 2nd and 11. Now looking to throw. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. They're throwing it. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Texans set to punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. The Bengals are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And it's been such an incredible season for him. As we play our final month of football, he's leading the NFL in passing yards. Back now, pressure on its way. Jump off caught by his back.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he's tackled for a short gain. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Adams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. He'll throw it. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Back to throw now. Able to find Jones. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 2nd and 3 now. Man in motion here. 2nd and 3. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
One of the league's elder statesmen knocks it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
He's going to field this at the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Texans and this running back headed back out for a new series. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Complete out to the right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Pass play on 1st and 10. Finds the in route complete. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They are throwing it again. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Throwing on third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They're set up at the 35 now. Still sticking with the passing game. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing it again here. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
And 8 yards to go.
Looking to the air here. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. We've arrived at the break, and what a second half we're in store for. It's tied at 10 after 2. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up in the Still City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. The Ravens trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that one, as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. The Jags trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Falcons locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Has this at the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And in the closing stretch of this season, right now he is poised to finish as the league leader in receiving yards. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2nd and 3 now. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throw on third down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Texans ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The give to the fullback. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 17-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he's been one of the central pillars of this offense this season. Right now sitting 2nd in the NFL in receptions. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Pass play now. Flushed out of the pocket. A lot of grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. A give now from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
First throw for the backup now. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He's running for it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's gonna move the sticks.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're gonna be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Up to the line, and they're set, 1st and 10. In motion, right is Jones. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals take a 3rd quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. Out now come the Texans on offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. That one's complete, right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's a handoff up the gut. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Caught by his fullback behind the line. And this one does not go far. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And it's going to be Texans football. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They've got a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. Brought in right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain there, and that'll bring up 4th and a few.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They go play action on first. Able to find Jones. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll run here from the gun. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Trying to throw here out of the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Lone back gets the handoff. And this is down across the 30 before it stopped. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 29. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They send him left out of the slot. From the gun on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They just get the play off. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. We'll see them tackle 2nd and goal after the break. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. So the holding backs him up. They'll try to get that back and then some on 2nd and goal. Receiver in motion, headed right. On 2nd and 12 now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw it here. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Throwing it to start this drive. He's on the move. Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Now, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. After the sack, another pass on second down. Escapes the pocket. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play breaking the pocket.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Tight end going in motion here. They'll run it from the gun. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. From the 19. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. He's dropping back to throw. He'll get this one to Adams. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. Handoff now from the gun. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
The Texans close it in, and they will get him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Oh. First and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that. So let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Flush down out to his left. Now following the play, one of the Texans banged up in some pain. We're going to pause as he gets checked on. Field goal unit coming on. Looks like the Bengals will settle for 3. Already has 1 in this game, this from 30. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Brings in the kick at the 9. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding, receiving team.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
He completes it in traffic. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's a throw. And his pass is going to fall incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Still sticking with the passing game. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. 2nd and 3 now. From the 46. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They are throwing it again. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing it again here. And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world. Brock, he got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
That's cut beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Catch made over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll throw it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll throw it. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Setting up a throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back-to-back carries here. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.